From the late 80s, you were a practicing lawyer. Now in the year 1999, you were elected as the executive chairman of Koshofe local government. And after that, you became a lawmaker in the Lagos State House of Assembly. Now let me ask you, would you like to share with us this remarkable transition from a lawyer, a practicing lawyer, to a lawmaker in the House of Assembly?
Well, to God be the glory. It's an opportunity given by God and endorsed by the people. It's good because, when I was practicing law, you apply law in the courts, but you don't even know how laws are made. You don't even know the rudiments that go into lawmaking. Of course, we had a course called legal drafting and conveyancing in the law school. So the legal drafting and conveyancing kind of make you to know how to prepare laws or bills at the House of Assembly. You can couch them in the legal language. But that does not say you know about the processes of making the bill into a law. Now that I'm in the House of Assembly, one can see the rudiments that the bills or the ideas go through to become bills, that the bills go through to become laws. So it is an opportunity, and I thank God for it.
Now let's talk about the leadership of the House of Assembly. I'm talking about the head of the legislature, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa. How has he been able to manage the affairs of the House, having these members from the opposition party and, of course, a large number of new members coming to join the new ones on the floor of the House?
We are gifted with the leadership of Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly. His experience is, again, very handy and useful to us here. You see, Parliament is a kind of an aggregation, an articulation, an evaluation of equals. So he himself is just a primus inter pares. He's just a first among those equals. So these people were elected the same way we were elected. I was elected the same way the Mr. Speaker himself was elected, the same constituency. But then, that is the head today, takes a lot of responsibility along. And he has discharged that responsibility in such a way that he's been courageous, he's been firm, he's been fair. Fairness to all has been his hallmark. You will not see a situation where we don't have, I'm saying this with all sense of responsibility, and I fear no contradiction, and I've not made any equivocation or vacillation in saying what I'm saying now. That as members of the All Progressive Congress, we don't have a separate meeting. We don't have a separate caucus that we attend.
Now let's talk about your constituents whose interests you represent in the legislative chamber. Now twice you've contested elections, which includes your tenure as the executive chairman of Koshofe, and twice you've won. Now what have you done for your people in return?
As a leader in my area, I'm open and accessible to my people. And I empathize, I open my arms and my heart to my people, and they can read through me. And that's why I hand the sobriquet Big Daddy. Not because I'm just big in stature, maybe that's why, but not just because of that, because of the fact that people see me as a man who wants to empathize at all times, who wants to be a problem solver at all times, who wants to be a solution to issues at all times, and who wants to kind of relate well, positively with the people at all times. So they gave me that sobriquet, Big Daddy, which I so much take delight in. And many issues, personal issues, and much more. Because I believe when you want to build the structure, you build the culture too. The culture is inborn. The structure is physical. The culture is inborn, it's abstract in the people. Somebody who has not eaten, who does not have what it takes to live a good life, even if you build a house, Yoruba say, is a child that is untrained that will sell the house that we built. So why don't we just train our child? So I believe much more in the culture, that basic needs, shelter, feeding, health care services, educational services. These things are very, very important. So I kind of design schemes deliberately to support, whether I'm in public office or not, to support my people when it comes to that. I give out support from time to time as a matter of policy in those areas. Areas that affect those basic areas: feeding, shelter, education, and health. Some people have had issues that have been surgical operations and all that have been sponsored by me. Without being modest, I have to say it. Several people on scholarship based on my benevolence. Many people have been giving support of family, accommodation, and so on and so forth. And I still do that from time to time. I will not be charitable to mention names or give a list. I don't even keep lists, but they know me and I know them. And we know each other very, very well. And if you ask 3, 4, 5 people in Koshofai local government constituency 2, people will attest to it, that I am fond of doing that.
Well, finally, on this segment, before I let you go, I've got 2 questions for you. What should your constituents expect from you in coming years? And the other part of the question is, what should Lagos residents expect from the Lagos State House of Assembly in coming years?
The good people of Koshofai constituency 2 will see remarkable difference within this time that I'm representing them. By the grace of God, His Excellency the Governor has commenced measurements and estimates of the bridge into Agboyi towns 1, 2, 3. If the governor is able to do this for us, it should be unprecedented. This is an age-long traditional community that has been there, and this has been a major problem all along. But I'm sure I can vouch for the governor. I can say it, that not because I've put so much pressure, because God has said the time has come for the topography of that area to change. The bridge will be there. Now, not just the bridge. As soon as the bridge is there, so many things, water, facilities, everything, complete package of proper infrastructure will be imported into the towns, and we will have a new area. That's not the only area. So many other areas that the governor is cooperating and collaborating with us. And I want to appeal to the good people of Lagos State, that Lagos State House of Assembly is their parliament. It is a parliament that, by intent and purpose, has dedicated itself to no aggrandizement, to no grandstanding, to no academics, but to practical and pragmatic purposes of making sure that the good people of Lagos State become better.
Wow, I must say that it's been nice chatting with you on the program, sir. Thank you so much for coming on the program, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And I've been talking with the lawmaker representing Koshofai Constituency 2 in the Lagos State House of Assembly, who also happens to be the Chairman House Committee on Information, Security and Strategy, Honorable Tunde Braimoh. Thank you so much for coming once again.
Thank you too. Thank you.
Yeah, and the program is still Lagos Parliament. Please stay with us. Meanwhile, I took a trip to Koshofai Constituency 2, and here is what I got from the people the lawmaker represents in the legislative chamber.
láti gbà tá a ti ní àwọn honourable ó jẹ́ kan tó wà upright tó jẹ́ wípé àwọn èèyàn nígbẹ́kẹ̀lé inú ẹ̀ títí di ọ̀la, so ó jẹ́ ẹni tó wà jófíà tó kó àwọn èèyàn mọ́ra tí kì í tilẹ̀kùn ẹ̀. ṣé mọ̀ wípé àwọn olóṣèlú kan wà tó bá ti wọlé wọ́n máa tilẹ̀kùn ni, ṣùgbọ́n ilẹ̀kùn Tunde Braimoh wọn kì í tì.
It's free for anybody to see him. It's free for anybody to talk to him. It's free for anybody to take advice from him. So, and when they have important something, when he calls us, he calls majority of the leaders in the area so that we can give him word of advice.
He's loved by everybody. He's very amiable, very pleasant a man, very hardworking, because he's a grassroots politician. And we are happy to have people like him in the House of Assembly.
Honorable Tunde Braimoh is a kind man. He's a complete gentleman. He's man of the people. He is always surrounded by the masses because he has been kind to the citizens of Ikosisheri and Agboyiketu. He has been fair to people. He has done a lot of things. He's a listening leader. He's a leader of note. He's a free giver. He's kind. He's kind-hearted. He gives whatever he has. And if anybody should go to him for any help, he's ready to do the help for that person. He's a kind man. He's a kind man. He's a very good man. Tunde Braimoh. Lau erebe, erebe lau. Ayele lau erebe, erebe lau. Owó lè lò ń lò, ó máa yáwó fi ṣe o. Lau erebe, erebe lau.
The program is still Lagos Parliament. Now, on a much lighter note, we'd like to show you a few interesting clips of some of the proceedings conducted in Yoruba language by the lawmakers, which is part of the legislature's commitment to promoting the Yoruba culture.
Èmi rò pé omi ẹ̀kọ́ ni. Ọba alágbègbè kirikiri náà ni.
Àsọ̀rọ̀ yánràn ló pa baálẹ̀ bàrà. Tó ń dábàá ti jí láàárọ̀ láìṣẹ́ kùmà la máa ṣe o. Wọ́n dẹ̀ jí náà wọ́n kó kùmà tí.
Olórí ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ tó pọ̀ jù lọ. Nǹkan méjì ló jẹyọ ibi tí wọ́n ti fẹ́ ṣe. Mo rò pé kì í ṣe kirikiri, agbègbè kirikiri.
Kí ni ìyàtọ̀?
Finally, on this week's episode, before we draw the curtain, here are some legislative tips. Now, do you know that Lagos State House of Assembly consists of 40 honorable members drawn from across the 20 local government areas of the states? These local governments were constitutionally divided into 2 constituencies per local government. That's it on the program this week. Thanks for watching. I am Ambola Baby. Join us again next week. Bye for now.